The Conservative Party escaped the media drubbing it otherwise would have expected following the disastrous local election results this week, courtesy of the coronation. During the 2019 local elections under Theresa May, the party suffered the second worst set of results it had ever experienced. And yet, just 6 months later, the Conservative Party won a general election with a bigger percentage of the vote share than even Tony Blair had managed in his landslide victory in 1997. And the biggest majority for a generation. Rishi Sunak came close last Thursday to taking Theresa May's crown as one of our biggest vote losers. Seats where the party had made huge inroads in the 2019 general election included Sunderland and Darlington. Both seats the Labour Party had taken for granted for many years, always believing that working-class voters would support them no matter what. That was until Boris Johnson came along and they rallied behind a man who promised to pump investment and jobs into the area. And he kept his word, as the regional mayor, Ben Houchen, would testify. It was desperately sad to see the results in the red wall seats, as it was apparent that people no longer believe that there is anyone leading in number 10 who has their back, who will champion their cause and strive to raise the game for the common man. When Rishi appears to have all but abandoned levelling up, he's deserting those very communities. A narrative was quick to develop that the losses weren't down to Rishi Sunak or the manner in which Conservative Party MPs had behaved over the past year, and that it was down to Boris Johnson and Liz Truss. That narrative was out of the door and halfway around the world before the results had even put their hat on. Well, just for a quick fact check, on the day MPs and ministers began to hand in resignations, which forced the removal of Boris Johnson, we were just 4 points behind in the polls. And many would say that was an amazing place to be after 12 years in power. Rishi, they were your elections. You are the man in the hot seat. Governing is about taking responsibility for the bad times too, so own it. Oh, and next time, try getting out to the streets and do a bit of campaigning. A faint heart never won a party overall control of a council. You and you alone will be the person to blame if a socialist government takes power at the next election, led by Crashrooney Snoof's comrade Starmer. It's down to you, Rishi.